Good evening. I came with the news now, which is not good for anyone. It makes me laugh because there are a lot of people who still believe that things should go right. I'm not laughing now because it's not good what is gonna happen. I was smiling against those people who don't want to understand. But we have a tremendous problem which is starting to happen in Europe. Very possible it's gonna spread all over the world. This is a crime against humanity. That means that the Dutch government just cancelled from 1st January 2026 all the pensions. So this is a very big signal that I want to pull to the people from Netherlands. First, don't work in payroll anymore. You're not helping anyone. I understood. It would have been great. We gladly pay taxes when the system is spinning around. The one with problems that cannot have work from a reason or another should get help from the state. So this comes from our taxes. Gladly, yes, take it. Because there are people who deserve, which, again, from a reason or another, they cannot go to work. There are also people who want to go to vacation. There are also people who, if they are sick, they want to stay at home. And those money, they get them back from the taxes they have paid before. So, let's not demolish the state taxes system, because there are people who need money and we are paying for them. At one point, we will also need some money. Everybody has been into hospital until now at least one time, and it's not a good idea to stay at home with no money. What is happening now in Netherlands, it's tragic. I hope it's not going to spread all over the world. The Dutch government said that from 1st January 2026 they will steal all the pensions, if I could say like this. Here is where you have to demolish the state and the actions of the state. This is the real problem. Not the taxes, but the fact that the taxes don't come back anymore. Now, my dear people, my advice would be it's difficult. It's very difficult. Extremely difficult. Because there are people who still need help from the state. There are people who still need money from the state because they cannot support themselves. They cannot go to work. It is very difficult what is going to happen. I'm not going to give any advice. I'm going to say do whatever your heart is saying to you, because this is a very diplomatic thing to speak about, and it's very difficult to have one conclusion. What I would I'm only saying now what I started to do since a lot of years, and I will keep going like this. I have worked as self-employed, and I will keep working like this. I have my reasons. There's nothing that I would recommend, but if everybody from the world would have, you know, if everybody from this world would be perfectly healthy, only then, which is impossible, utopia, only then I would recommend everyone to become self-employed, because the pension is not anymore. You're gonna pay that tax and you're not gonna get anything back. Now, because the world has also people with special needs, there are also parents who have children with special needs, and those parents, from a reason or another, they cannot go to work. There is no advice that I can give. I can only say, please be careful. Do whatever you think is good for you. Do whatever you think is good for your fellows from the population. We don't live alone on the world. We also need to support each other. I'm only trying to make you aware about what is happening. From here, I can only say, think with your heart and with your brain. Put them together like mathematics, and take the arithmetics media, meaning split it in two, and then start applying the result. It's difficult, yes, I see. My face is scared right now because I don't even know what to say. I am nobody to say to somebody to give advice as an influencer about this. This is a very, very big demographic, financially problem, and it's very difficult to have a conclusion right away. I'm sorry that my face looks scared, but I'm not a person who has finished a financial university. I'm only thinking about 1 plus 2 is not gonna be 3. 1 meaning the taxes that you pay. 2 is the government that is not going to send back the taxes that you have paid, you being number 1. They're not gonna send it back to number 3. So you're gonna play volleyball alone, something like this. There is nobody to help you. I would say this is a tragic news, because they didn't came up with something to absorb this big impact. A lot of people who have worked a whole life, even if now they are 60 or 65 years old, they probably never gonna take the pension. It is tragic. I would have liked to start this video by saying Happy New Year, but it would have been ironically, considering that this is the news that I have chosen to publish. I can only share my compassion to everyone. I can only wish strength, all the best further. Think about very good what is further to do with your life, if you're gonna live in here or not anymore. If you're not gonna live here, where are you gonna live? If you will choose to live in here, think about the prices, which became very, very big. There is only one thing that I advise people from Nederland which live on a range of 40-60 kilometers or inside the big cities. I'm gonna ask you, please don't be shitty anymore. People have enough from you being shitty. Life is already hard. You being shitty and looking on the window to see who is coming, what is happening, call the police in silent. This is called a shitty rat behavior. And I only wish you to stop breathing very quick. That's all I wish you in this year. The rest of the people, think about very good, please. What are you gonna do further? Because the government has thrown everybody into a shit, and everybody has to save himself and his family. My appeal to you is, please become a person with a spine. All of you, please become rational. Please think twice before you say bad words to somebody else. Let's be more humane, because life is already very difficult. We don't need you anymore. Considering that I have said enough, I wish you real Happy New Year. All the best further. More humanity, and the things will be a lot better.